Friends, my guest today is Pastor Eli James. His website is anglo-saxonisrael.com. Interestingly enough, my third great-grandfather's first name was Josephus, Josephus Ogle, and my grandfather's middle name was Josephus.
Right.
And I'm English, Irish, and Danish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I have some German background farther back when the Germans came over early on in the late 1700s.
No wonder you're so mixed up. Well, it's very interesting that the early settlers from Britain referred to themselves as Israel. Thomas Jefferson referred to himself as an Israelite. In fact, I was just studying Jefferson's DNA, and he has a very rare type of DNA. I think it was called T, the haplogroup on his paternal side, okay, which means that they can trace his DNA to a particular individual way back in history, okay, and they marked that gene with the letter T. It turns out that Thomas Jefferson, his ancestry is traced all the way back to Egypt. Now, on my website, in the Migration Chronicles and in various articles, I document the fact that the Hebrew people became known as the Gaels, the Celts, the Celtiberians, the Iberians, and various other, and the Welsh, okay, the Irish, the Germans, the Danes, etc., etc. Basically, your European Caucasian people are all descended from the 12 tribes of Israel. But Thomas Jefferson can trace his ancestry all the way back to Egypt when our ancestors were captive in the Egyptian captivity. Now, a number of those people actually escaped from the Egyptian captivity, primarily the descendants of Zerah. When Tamar had twins by Judah, those twins were named Zerah and Pharez. Okay, mm-hmm. And the story is related in Genesis that Zerah stuck his hand out, before they were born, stuck his hand out, and the midwife said, well, okay, this guy's getting ready to be born first. I'm going to tie a red ribbon or a red thread around his wrist, okay? But then to her surprise, he drew his hand back in, and Pharez was born first. So Pharez was the elder son, and it was the children of Pharez who became the progenitors of the Davidic king line. Okay? But Zerah, the younger brother, rebelled against his brother Pharez, and he took his people from Egypt, and they never partook of the Exodus. They left. They founded Troy. They founded Sparta. They founded Athens, Athens being the a version of the name god Aten, the Egyptian god Aten. Okay? Mm-hmm. They migrated to Spain, where Spain became Iberia, land of the Hebrews. They further migrated to Ireland, which also was called Hibernia in its early days, also meaning land of the Hebrews. Okay? Mm-hmm. In Britain, you have the Hebrides. Those are the chalk cliffs, I understand, named after the Hebrews. Okay, and the Welsh language is virtually identical to the Hebrew language.